Hi guys, welcome back to my channel if you have been here before, and if this is your first time then welcome. My name is Lindsay, also known as Pink Stitcher. It is the 10th of April, I believe, and I've got lots to share. I've got some works in progress, no finishes, and some haul. And possibly a book flip through. We'll see if we run out of time or not. If I do run out of time, I'll do a separate video. News: I was at a Mirabilia retreat over the weekend in Milton Keynes, which is the first one I've been to. It was amazing. What a laugh. Everyone's lovely. It was really, really nice to see people working on Mirabilias, and a lot of them finished, so to see them in person was really, really good. The photographs on the front of the packets just don't do them justice. You really, really need to see them in person. Right, since the last time I saw you, I worked on one of my Heaven and Earth designs. This is the Grey Lady. And I got all of this done down here. It's probably about half a page, slightly more than half a page, I don't know. And I got very burnt out on this actually. I've just, sometimes I feel like stitching on full coverage pieces, and sometimes I really don't. There we go. Then I had a new start because it was my friend Tasha's birthday. Tash the Starcross Stitcher. If you've never seen her Flosstube channel, then check it out. And we started Past and Present on the 1st of April by Rosewood Manor. There's the pattern there. She started at the bottom and I started at the top. And this is what I got done. I only spent a day and a half on it, actually, because then I was off to the retreat, or 2 days maybe. So there we go. This is is a week's dye work thread called Pelican Grey, I think. This is just DMC. So we've got our letters, and then we've got some black work, some more lettering, and some pattern darning, which I'll show you the back of that actually. Excuse my messy black work, but there's the back of the pattern darning, so it's almost the reverse. Well, it is the reverse. That's really fun to do, and it stitches up really quickly. I'm looking forward to the next bit, and I don't know whether I'm going to do the whole top and then go down. I think I will. I got a page stitched in a day, so I mean I'm quite happy with that. I think there's 12 pages in total, but I may be wrong. This fabric is 28 count even weave, and it's in ivory. I could not get 28 count cream linen for love nor money. Everywhere was out of stock because it needs a fat half. It's just an awkward size. It's like 21 inches by 21 inches, so, or 19 by 19, something like that. Ordinarily I would stitch on a higher count, but it has hardanger section in it, and I didn't want to be messing around with the size of the pearl cotton that you need for that, because I'm not experienced enough at hardanger to be able to convert one to the other. Anyway, next, of course, I went to Mirabilia retreat, so I started working on red. I got her face done, thankfully, her hood done, and I've just started on the side here. I was a bit worried that I hadn't centered my fabric properly, but actually it's fine, I have. That's the outer edge. So I'm doing 1/1 skin, as you can probably tell. And I got quite into that actually, just, you know, stitching away on it. This I got at the Mira Mira retreat. It's a unicorn mermaid. How cool is that? And that's from Denkai Designs. And I'll show more of that later. The fabric that this is stitched on is, picture this, plus Da Vinci, and it's 32 count linen. Very pleased with that. I'm sort of cracking on with it now. Have done, let me see, a good 3,000 stitches on this over the last week, probably 2,000, 3,000, so I'm getting there. I'm going to do some beading today because all of these spaces are for beads, and there's about 200 in her hood, so I'm just gonna do that and possibly fill in a bit more of her skin. I tend to break her skin up just by doing a couple of strands and then going on to something else, because otherwise I'd go a bit blind. So there we go, there she is. This is the halfway point, so there's a lot more below that. I'll be very happy when I get to that halfway point. I think that's all I've worked on. I put a good couple of weeks into that Heaven and Earth actually, and there was, you know, a few days where I didn't stitch because we were doing other things. Okay, haul. So I've got 2 more days to stitch on that, today and tomorrow, and then Friday is my chatelaine week. If you don't know, then I do have a rotation, although it's going out the window for the last couple of months, but I'm trying to get back to it. I have a chatelaine week, a Heaven and Earth week, a sampler week, a Mirabilia week, and another week which covers everything else. Alright, so next week is chatelaine week, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. So, haul. These things that I'm about to show you are all from Denkai Designs. She has a shop on Etsy, and she had her shop, she brought her shop to the retreat. So I have got a needle tin, which is really handy. I leave needles everywhere. I've never lost a needle, not once. I've never lost a needle. I always find it, but I do tend to sort of leave them lying around, stuck in different things. I got a needle minder and another needle minder and another needle minder. These are great because they've got the little buttons on the back, which is really helpful when taking the back magnet off. I always seem to end up with the magnet stuck under my thumb. And these two were free actually. Little snails. And I got that needle threader, and there's also a identical needle minder onto that as well. So there again is the shop name. It is Denkai Designs. Right, I got 2 patterns. Someone was selling off some of their stash. I didn't like this Mirabilia much until I saw it stitched up in person, and actually it's really, really nice. This is Andromeda. It's a very unusual Mirabilia, and it's actually quite small, which is not a bad thing. It's not enormous. So I'm going to be doing that, and I think I'm going to be doing it on the Special Retreat fabric, which I've pre-ordered from Sparkly's. So Sparkly's, Kate from Sparkly's was there and had her shop as well, so it was lovely to see all the hand-dyed fabrics. And I may have slightly joined her Fabric of the Month club. Kate, if you're watching, I love you to bits. You're so great. And I got this because someone was de-stashing it, and you know, I need another chatelaine because, you know, who doesn't? I've already got probably 9 or 10, well, more than that, 15 of them actually. And that is a Japanese Garden mandala. There was a couple of people with chatelaine stitched up, which again, they're so amazing. Even tiny little ones, there's so much detail in them. The other thing I got was my Weeks Dye Works Thread Club from Lakeside. I'll just run through these quickly. This is Clamshell. This is Citron. This is Cinnamon Twist. They're all green and brown this time. Cinnabar. Chrysanthemum. Quite sure that's chrysanthemum colour, but never mind. Clockwork. Oh, that one's slightly different. Clara. And Citronella. So there we go. I'm on C apparently. They come in alphabetical order. God knows, there's so many bees. There's a lot of bees. Right, that's that. The other thing that I got was a book, and it arrived yesterday. It's not a cross-stitching book, it's an embroidery book, and it is Hazel Blomkamp. If you've watched me for any length of time, you will know I love Hazel Blomkamp. Everything the woman does, I just love. She's one of those. I have a similar thing for chatelaine designs. Anything, I will stitch anything of hers. And Tula Pink fabric. Anything Tula Pink prints on fabric, I love it. So Hazel is the embroidery goddess. And this is her new book. It came out yesterday. And I had pre-ordered it, and it was not supposed to be out until May, and it suddenly turned up my doorstep. This is Cruel Creatures. I'm going to just show you quickly what Hazel's books are like. So, in the start, she has all the things that you need to be able to do to complete the pieces. Very clear instructions and diagrams. And this one's got quite a lot of sort of 3D beading in it, so she's got instructions for beading, instructions for needle lace, which she uses quite a lot. She also uses needle weaving. Again, very clear instructions. So, I am going to flip through and show you some pretty pictures. So, the idea behind this book is she does a lot of crewel work embroidery, but a modern take on crewel work embroidery. And this particular book is all animals. She quite often does florals, but this is all animals. And I think the colours are amazing. This is Norman the tortoise. If you look at the detail in that. So this is needle weaving. These are all 3D beaded. That is Norman. All the stitching instructions with pictures. Still on Norman. It's a lot of instructions. This is Audrey. I'm not sure I'm terribly keen on Audrey. I love her face though. Audrey the emu. Ostrich, sorry. There's a close-up of her face. There you go. Again, all the instructions broken down part by part, very clear. This I love. This is Maureen. Maureen the owl. How cool is she? There's a close-up of a bit of Maureen. So pretty. Lovely colours. Hazel's really good at colours and picking colours with neutrals. Again, there's another bit of close-up. Pretty, pretty. I was so excited when I got this book. Still on Maureen. Still on Maureen. This is Janet. Janet is a cobra. Well, it just says snake. Janet. Not my favourite one, but actually looking at the sort of details, it is really, really nice. This is Shirley. Shirley's obviously an elephant. Look at those ears. How beautiful is that? And probably my favourite one is Roger. Roger the rhinoceros. Also happens to be the biggest and most complicated, of course, but look at that. It's beautiful. That's a cover picture, actually. Oh, I didn't realise his horn is all beads. So pretty. I love the contrast between the neutrals and the colours. Just to give you some of the detail. So, that is the new book by Hazel Bloomkamp. It's got the templates in the back, but you can also order the fabric. It pre-printed onto the fabric from her shop, and I recommend doing that. She's actually really reasonably priced. So there we go, Krill Creatures. I got this on Amazon. I got it on pre-order. It cost me £12. I don't know how much it is now, but I got it for £12. In fact, they charged me too much to begin with, and they charged me, when I ordered it, it was £13 or £14, and because of the way that Amazon do the pre-orders, I actually got some money back because it had dropped below that price since I had ordered it. So you always get the lowest price it's dropped to. I think that's probably about it. I am going to try and record next week, but I always say that to show you how far I did get on red, and to show off my chatelaine a bit, because it might encourage me to actually do some of it. I did find one thing at the retreat, in that actually I sit on a sofa and stitch here, and I've got a Lowry stand. I'm much more comfortable stitching at a table on an office chair, with a stand, but still sitting on an office chair with my feet flat on the floor, rather than sort of, you know, shoved up on the sofa. So I'm going to try that and see how I get on with that. Anyway, please feel free to ask questions in the comments. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you have a very good stitchy week, and I shall see you again very soon.